Well, this is going to be an interesting video here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Google. Yep, the big technology company that runs a lot of stuff here had a lawsuit and all that, and I kind of want to talk about that in this video. That said, though, before I start talking about my thoughts on this, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. If you guys haven't already, like I said, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. There I'll be, posting some stuff, and all that occasionally, which I have not been doing in a while. I need to get back to doing that. I've been trying to get caught up on my videos first, though, and all that, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, though. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about this Google lawsuit thing here. So if you guys don't know what this lawsuit is with Google here, there was a lawsuit going on. I think that's been going on for at least a couple years now, I believe. I think it's been a couple years. I've started hearing it about last year, but from what I understand, I think it's been going on for a couple years, but I could be wrong. At least what I've heard. But this lawsuit here is about Google being a monopoly and causing a lot of businesses to struggle. That said, though, is Google's a big company, and usually big companies end up having more power over people than smaller companies, or people in general. So what happened was, people were trying to sue Google and all that, and with the law thing and all, or the antitrust law thing and all that. And it looks like Google, surprisingly, actually lost this lawsuit. Yeah, they lost this lawsuit. So it's another massive company that has been losing some of these lawsuits. They're probably going to have some more getting hit at them. I'm going to talk about some of these I don't think some of these have happened yet, but I guarantee they probably will soon. But yeah, Google is getting hit with this massive lawsuit here. And they got hit with it. I meant to say they've already got hit with it, but now they've lost it. So they're actually going to be, they're probably going to be shrinking and all that. I don't know if the businesses will be okay, though. I think a lot of these websites are probably going to still be screwed. I think they're going to be screwed. Even though, like I said, they were a lot more put out of business because of freaking Google here. Because I've heard a lot of people have made websites and all that, with Google, and Google took them all down. Or Google tried to make everything go to their website, or made you have to go to them to operate stuff. Which I'll be talking about in a second. I want to talk about the fact that, again, them losing a lawsuit, it makes me wonder what it's going to be like with these companies here. Even Disney was once, like with Google, Disney was once a massive company that was winning all these lawsuits left and right. Now they're getting their ass kicked. Now they're still winning some lawsuits. Like they won the one with Moana, which I figured they were going to win. That one was actually not surprising that the people lost their, about them stealing somebody's ideas. With that, though, I don't know if they actually stole it or not. But what I've heard, though, it sounds like they stole the ideas because this person pitched a pilot or like working on it to Disney, or one of the people working there and all that, like on that movie, and he kind of screwed this person over. I don't really know. It would make more sense to actually sue that person, though, than Disney, wouldn't it? I mean, Disney's didn't really steal that. That said, though, technically, Disney has I've heard Disney has stolen tons of artwork before. They've stolen tons of artwork and they got away with it. But Disney's been getting their ass kicked by a lot of lawsuits lately because they've been running out of money And because of all the damn lawsuits they've been having to fight, they probably have been spending a lot of damn money, or they've been paying people to shut them up. They've been getting their ass kicked. They've lost the lawsuit with DeSantis. They tried to avoid the one with Gianna Carano. That's going through. I don't know if they'll win that lawsuit or not. Or not. I kind of hope they don't win that lawsuit, because that was a pretty shitty thing they did, Gianna Carano, with the whole message thing, even though people have done way worse shit there, like Mark Campbell and all that. They have posted worse stuff than that, but somehow they still kept their job and all that, so I don't know. But the fact that she's working with Elon Musk on all that, Elon Musk hates Bob Iger's guts, I'm curious where that lawsuit will go. Now, Google, on the other hand, is even bigger than Disney, and Google, is gotten so big that they've been having some antitrust problems for a long time now, and, recently they've been kind of forcing people to go to their, website and all that. And I can confirm to you guys that that's true, because, I would go to another website, like yahoo.com, which I don't think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think yahoo.com is owned by, it's owned by Google. I could be wrong. But if I use internet browser, if I go on my iPad or something, to look up on maps or something, I'm kind of stuck using Google. I'm going to confirm to you guys, I fucking hate Google Maps. I hate it. It's not the worst thing ever. But when it comes to directions, it could probably be very useful. But when you're wanting to look up on Street View and all that from the past and all that, it's very picky on where you can look up in the past and stuff at. Some places it won't let you look up on your Street View at all, while some places it will. It's kind of very picky there. That said, though, I've been trying to find some other routes to go through. I even tried going to, using my iPad, because it's not Google and all that. They still kind of force me to kind of use it and all that. I guess I think I have Chrome on there, I think, but I've tried this. I have tried this on my Nintendo 3DS and all that, but I guess I have Yahoo on there too. But I've tried other, I've tried Yahoo and all, I've tried other stuff. Technically the iPad has its own maps, so I forgot about that. Yeah, I actually used its own maps before too. The reason why I'm kind of stuck using Google right now on the damn thing is because I can't fucking figure out the Apple ID and all that, and I swear to God, fixing that shit is so annoying. It is so annoying. And some of them I can't even log. There's one iPad I can't fucking log into at all. It's I'm blocked. I'm basically blocked. I can't log into it at all. And it doesn't give me an option to fix the passcode. And what it wants me to do is wipe out the iPad. If I wipe out the iPad, I lose all my damn stories on it. And these stories I'm actually working on here are part of my scripts. These are scripts I have for my shows in the future. I can't lose them because I don't want to start over again. I already had to deal with that shit in Hannibal. My mom left the States. She left the States in the middle of the summer, and I couldn't get my, stuff back and all that. And I get, that things were kind of rough and all that, but still, I was not very happy that happened and all that. I lost all my stories and all that. I don't know, yeah, there's a lot of things going on there, but I'm just I don't know, I feel like things could have been handled a little bit better with that. But that said, though, I don't want to have to start on the stories again, yeah, I was able to save some of them. Now they were early process stuff because I had different concepts for my, show and all that, and I decided to go with the one I'm doing now, which I'm not going to say anything because I don't want, somebody stealing my ideas, because apparently that's becoming a very big thing. Like I said, Disney and all that, I don't want to have somebody steal my ideas. I'm trying to get them up. I'm trying to work on, I'm actually getting them done. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do from after that. I probably will get them copyright claimed. Right now I have to have money to do that. But I'm going to get to that down the road. But that said, though, yeah, Google, like, I am kind of stuck using it on my iPad at the moment, but I have used different apps before on there because they're like, Apple sometimes has their own, thing and all that. Microsoft has their own too. Like, I have some different stuff on Microsoft, but I'm still having to go to freaking Google Maps. Like, it still forces me to go to Google Maps, like, to look up stuff. And I've tried going to doing, like, looking up other stuff. It's like it will not give me it'll give me some, like, it gives me some options, but not a lot. Like, they really want you to be on Google, because if I'm on other websites, I've noticed too, sometimes I look up stuff, they'll give me different recommendations. And you can say, well, maybe other people use these platforms and not Google, which is possible, but it's kind of weird how like, I go to, like, these other platforms and it'll suggest me this or that, but Google was, like, doing this, and I don't know, there's some shady shit going on with Google here and all that. And honestly, the antitrust thing is only part of it. Like, there's other shit that I think people need to fact check on Google here, and not just Google, other tech companies too, like Facebook and all that, and well, I would say, I don't know about Twitter. Twitter's not been getting bad with this. Well, Twitter's been getting very toxic with some stuff, but like they're not as bad as they were. Trust me, Twitter was really bad before. Or I'm sorry, X, because I still think it's bullshit that Elon Musk changed the damn name to X. Like, I think it's his favorite letter of the alphabet. I mean, I will admit X is probably my favorite of the letter of the alphabet too, but I'm like, why did you need to rebrand it to X? Like, I think just calling it Twitter was so much better. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't mind it because, like, Twitter was so toxic to begin with, but I'm like, still, I mean, could have still kept the name, It's like Disney. Like, Disney is a very toxic company now, but if somebody bought out Disney and took over the company, I wouldn't want them to rename it. I would like for them to keep Disney. Actually, in fact, I would like for them to bring back Walt's name and the word pictures in the titles again. That would be nice. But I wouldn't want them to change the name of that, even though I really can't stand the Walt Disney Company, anymore either. And I mean, I know I kind of bring them up a lot, but that's the thing, though. They're like Google. They're a very big company and own a lot more stuff. Google, I will say, I still think I find a bit more enjoyment out of them than Disney, which is the king of entertainment, or it was the king of entertainment. It was kind of like Google, that's the thing, it was very well known and all that. But yeah, I feel like too, I don't really want to bring up Disney every single time I talk about this stuff, but that's just kind of the problem. Like, a lot of drama been going on with them and all that too, and it's just sad. Like, it's sad to see these companies that you once loved and adored, that were supposed to be fun to use or watch and enjoy, are now just a bunch of shitty companies that all they care about is making money, and screw over people if they will. I just don't understand that. But I'm trying not to bring up Disney every single time, because honestly, even I am just like sick of talking about it. It's not even just you guys. Like, I'm kind of just sick of. But that's the problem. I'm like, I'm just saying, I just loved Disney in the past and all, and I loved Paramount more than Disney, but I still loved Disney in the past, and all, and just seeing them kind of, Paramount and Warner Brothers and all that were also studios that have struggled too, but again, I'm just like, it just shows you how bad this stuff's gotten, But anywho, yeah, Google though, like I said, Google's got some antitrust crap going on with them though. If you guys haven't been paying attention, you guys noticed when see, a lot of people, I'm gonna get a little political here with you guys. I'm not gonna try to get too political, because personally I don't care about politics too much. I care more about people's responses to them. And that's kind of where I'm going to talk about this, but I'm going to make a whole video talking about this down the road. But I just want to bring it up now because this is kind of where the topic kind of comes in. A lot of these social media platforms, especially Google here, when Joe Biden was in office, they would literally go out and censor your damn shit. They literally would, because they were trying so desperately to get Joe Biden to be the president again and all that. And I'm not really sure why. Like, I don't really get why they wanted Trump out so bad. I mean, to be fair, Trump's been doing a lot of shit, causing a lot of shit too at the moment. Which again, I will talk about later too. But I'm like, you can't shit talk Trump and then like not talk about Biden. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Biden was not capable of running the country. Like, he was not. And I'm not saying this, I mean, a lot of people say Trump's not capable of running the country. I mean, Biden literally was not capable of running the country at all. Like, if you guys watch his speeches, he was constantly falling asleep. He was stumping on words, which I guess I do sometimes too, but I'm also not running a damn country or a company, you know. But he was just like, he was not there. Like, he was definitely not there. Like, he was kind of forgetting where he was at. Hell, even in the fucking debate I watched with Trump, the fucking debate, it was so bad. Like, and I want to clarify with you with these debates, with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, I noticed that, like, they never questioned really what Trump did. I mean, what they never really questioned they never questioned what, these last presidents did, or, like, what Joe Biden and, Kamala Harris were saying, but they kind of were questioning what Trump did and all that, and I'm like, I don't know, like, I didn't, to be fair, like I said before, I didn't finish watching the whole, debate on Kamala Harris, but to be fair, though, she was out there saying shit like, the economy was better and all that, and he's fucking ruined the damn economy, and I'm like, the comedy is shit now. Like, if you go to a fucking store and buy a box of cereal, it was like fucking going up to $8. I'm not kidding. I mean, you get the best choice stuff, but that shit was still like $3 to $4. Sometimes $5. I mean, it was still going up too, and all that. And I'm gonna clarify, the best choice cereal isn't the best. That said, though, there are some good choices with best, choice cereal and all that, or best choice in general, but a lot of times it's like, it doesn't taste as good as the actual brand stuff. So this shit was going up and all that, and if you said anything about this shit, or even talked about Biden's health, they would fucking delete your damn comments. Not just Google, Facebook would do it. Facebook would do this shit. They're still kind of doing it now. Like, they're still doing it now. I've been noticing they're deleting comments. So hell, fucking Google with YouTube. There's been some shady shit going on with it. There's been some shady shit going on with YouTube with comments. Like I'm actually going on the platform, and I'm actually trying to comment on stuff, and I notice a lot of the comments randomly disappear. They randomly disappear. And all that, like, they're not there. I'm still getting recommendations of the comments I comment on, but my comments are disappear. They disappear. Like, so something shady is fucking going on here. And this is not all political stuff. This is just like shit in general. Like, people definitely need to fucking fact check Google, and not just Google, Facebook too. I'm having the same problem with Facebook. Honestly, Facebook, I've been on there and noticing a lot of like weird shit going on there too. Like, they've been on Facebook as anybody else besides me getting a bunch of random shit with I'm getting a lot of stuff on here about cheeses and among him or this or that. I'm like nothing against people with religion or something. Like, I mean, I'm not really a big religion person. Like, I don't care. I don't go to church. I respect people's opinions, but it's kind of weird that it's like flooding my damn recommendations. Like, I'm getting so many damn recommendations of fucking this Jesus shit, and I'm like why the hell am I getting recommendations of all this? Like, why? Like it just randomly happened too. Like, I don't look any of that shit up on Google, or not Google, I mean on Facebook and all that, and somehow I'm getting like all this random shit of like, it's AI. It's definitely AI. There's some weird shit going on Facebook too. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with this stuff, but it's getting very strange. But somebody needs to come in here and just do something with this, because this is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, the antitrust law was definitely a big problem, I think, with Google, but somebody needs to come in here and fact check this shit too, and like not just Google, with Facebook and all that too, because there's some shady shit definitely going on there. Like, I feel like there's a lot of fake accounts or this or that. Hell, if you try to report some of this stuff, they don't really do anything, especially Facebook. You know, I'm going to tell you guys about Facebook here. I was actually, so I have a friend, Faith, I'm talking to. Surprisingly, I can still communicate with her, because Facebook's got a huge problem with notifications. Like, sometimes my notifications will not pop up there. I have to actually scroll down on the top of my phone. You see those tabs up there? Sometimes I have to go up there to the tabs and scroll down that way, or I can't do that. I actually have to go in the platform. Surprisingly, I'm actually able to get her notifications pretty easily. But a lot of them, yeah, it's not happening. Well, she had her aunt here, was a fake account and all that, and I reported it to Facebook because she said it was a fake account, because I checked with her, and it's a fake account. And, you know, which again, I'm still surprised I'm able to communicate with her, because a lot of people I can't communicate with anymore on Facebook. I mean, some people don't use the platform anymore. I think a lot of my friends are moving on to from Facebook, which I don't blame them. Facebook's really, it's dog shit now. It's been dog shit for at least 10 years now. I think it's been getting really bad. I mean, I didn't start using Facebook until later, but even then, I started noticing it's been getting downhill. I had to be like a specific age to you know, go to Facebook, so I didn't really get to it till down the road. But that said, though, there was some stuff going on with Facebook and all that, where like I was getting this random like email. I go to report it to Facebook, and they reply to me and say nothing's really wrong. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, fuck you guys then. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but I'm serious. I'm like, if you guys are not going to help me with my problem here, then why should I use your damn platform? I'm serious. I'm just like, just tell me how bad this stuff's getting. Like, none of these companies care anymore about this stuff. All they care about is making money. And money's good. I mean, you need money to live, especially in the economy we live in now. It have been for quite a few years now. But like I said, it's been getting worse since. But we've been living in this, you know, this world with all where people are losing their jobs. They need to make money, but that doesn't mean you can't stop caring about your customers and all that, and your employees. Technically, if I'm making YouTube videos, or technically I'm an employee to YouTube, technically. And when I got them out here not responding or doing anything to help me with problems, you know, if I mess something up or something, I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do, you know? It's like that video I made, too, about, this is a while back. I made this video about, I think it was my thoughts on, the Velma trailer thing. YouTube, blocked my video and all that, and sent me a letter and all that, and they said it was something about racism and all that, and I was trying to figure out what, like, it could have been more specific and all that. The video was not racist, by the way. I was just pointing out, like, I mean, I guess the way I said it kind of sounded funny. I was talking about how I have no problem with black people and all that, which I probably shouldn't have said that. That just sounds kind of weird. But some people get very offensive about stuff about that. I mean, look at that. They trash talk you and all that with like a lot of Hollywood actors or people in general in Hollywood will trash talk you for not liking something, you know. I mean, you got you know, like one of the actors out there, Rachel Zegler out there, like literally shitting on people and calling them names and stuff like that. And that's the problem, that they let people do that stuff, but like when I say stuff like that, it's not okay. And yeah, I will say saying it like that sounded funny, but I was just trying to clarify something. But yeah, I do wish I didn't say that, but I wish I could have gone back and like edited my video or something, you know, like, instead of just completely taking it down or trying to tell me exactly what I did wrong. Yeah, which was probably that, but I just don't freaking like that. Like, these companies are like very little big help with this stuff and all that, and it's just ridiculous. I thought about making a separate video talking about this technology. I think I'm just going to talk about it here, because that's what I was going to talk about. I have another video plan for this, but I got too many other videos to talk about. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the freaking technology and how it's it's destroying, social media, or destroying social media in general. I mean, it is definitely getting really bad, so, guys. It's getting really bad. Like, social media used to be a place where you could, like, it used to be about, like, gathering together with your friends and stuff, and all that, and keeping in touch with them, posting memories and stuff, and all that. But now it's gotten very political and all that, filled with fake accounts and fake ads and all that, and the political stuff is getting really bad. Like, it is really bad. Like, I can't go on, like, X or Facebook or Blue Sky without getting this political shit shoved down my throat. I mean, I don't mind people having their own opinions with stuff sometimes, but this shit's getting really bad, with political stuff. It's getting really bad. But yeah, I'm just going to definitely just talk about this in this video, because I'm kind of talking about it anyway, so why not just go and talk about it? Because it's not going to be very long, But yeah, I mean, I've already been kind of talking about this social media stuff in general, but yeah, it definitely feels like it's driving people apart. It's driving people apart, and not really, gathering people together like it was originally meant to, and all that. And I'm going to say right now, too, about the whole social media stuff, too, with political crap. I will say both sides have their issues. Both sides are calling people names and stuff for voting this way or that way. Like, I've had people call on people idiots for voting for Donald Trump or monsters or something, And I got people on the other side, on the right side, who voted for Donald Trump, calling people morons or something for voting for Kamala Harris, or, like, not even Kamala Harris, like voting for her wise, but, like, talking about, like, trans and gays and this and that. And I'm just like, I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit at all. Like, I just want it. Again, that's the whole point of social media, is to, like, gather people together and have fun, and not just to shit talk people all the time. I'm like, I mean, if they're being horrible people, then I understand, but, like, but when it comes to political stuff, people are gonna have their own takes on it. Like, who cares? I told you guys, I have friends who hate Donald Trump. I probably have friends who voted for Kamala Harris. I mean, to be fair, technically, I don't really care for Donald Trump either, but I technically voted for Donald Trump. But we're still friends. We're still friends. We still hang out. I don't care, And that's the problem. It's just driving people away. And all that. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, like I said, the whole Joe Biden thing and all. Yeah, like I said, they literally they would literally go out and censor people's comments and stuff. So a lot of people think, like, are out there believing that Kamala Harris is actually, that would have been a better option. And I can tell you guys right now, for what Kamala Harris said and what was going on with Joe Biden, I think Kamala Harris, under her, like, it probably wouldn't have escalated this much, this fast, like it is here, with businesses shutting down and all that, which I do want to talk about. I mean, I will probably definitely talk about that one in a separate video, but I can tell you right now, I think food and all that would have still gone up. Like, food would go up, because, like I said, a box of cereal was going up to, like, $8. Milk was going up to, like, $5. I guess technically it's still $5 in some places, but it's starting to go down. It's getting back into the $4 range and all that. It's going down. Because when Donald Trump was in office, I think I saw milk there for, like, $3 and all that, and now that he's been out of office. So food and all that was better under him. It was better under him with the price and all that, so food was not as expensive. That said, though, yeah, I think he really did not handle COVID very well. Like, locking people in their houses and all that was not the best idea. Well, I mean, I guess to be fair, to keep the virus from spreading was probably the best idea there. The problem is a lot of people lost their damn jobs and all that. Like there should have been a better solution to that, because even right now, a lot of businesses are struggling because of that, but the last president we had, Joe Biden, was not any help. Like I said, the guy did not even know where the hell he was at. Like, he was constantly, like I said, falling asleep, stopping and all that, falling on stairs. Like, I'm not kidding. He was literally falling on stairs, There's only videos of it. Like, he was just not there. Like, he was too old. Well, Trump's old, too. Like, he's probably about as old. Like, he's like a couple years younger than Biden, but he's also old, too. So he's definitely I think he's definitely more cranky, you know. Because I can tell you guys, when you get older, you tend to get more cranky. No offense to old people out there, but it sadly happens to people. It's part of getting older. You get more cranky. Mama and Papa, you know, my Mama and Papa, they're a lot more cranky now than they were when they were younger. You know, and all that. They're definitely, you know, younger. I mean, they were definitely not just, I mean, they definitely weren't not as, you know, cranky when they were, you know, younger, not or older, they're more cranky. And it kind of happens to that, but honestly, Donald Trump in general, I will say, definitely he's kind of been a stubborn man for a while, but you definitely can tell he seems to be more and more cranky as time goes on, but yeah, I will say, yeah, he definitely did not handle COVID very well, but I will say with him under the White House, I think I've definitely been noticing food's been going down in price and all that. That said, though, I think we're going to be dealing with other stuff going up, unfortunately, with the whole tariff thing going on, which I don't really know much about them. But like I said, I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, but that's kind of why I voted for him, so food can at least go down in price, because it was going up. I mean, a lot of shit was going up in general, and businesses were continuing to shut down under the last president. That's the thing, too, and like I said, Kamala Harris was out there trying to say, she was saying that the economy was better and all that under them, and it was not good under them. Yeah, you can say, well, the last year with Trump and it was bad because of COVID, but that wasn't really his fault. You know, that was just, you know, that was a pandemic that happened. And yeah, I will say he could have handled it better, but that was kind of like a last minute thing too, you know, like it just kind of happened, you know. But yeah, I do think he could have done something about businesses and all that. And you can say, well, the mayors or the governors of the state should be in charge of that stuff, but the president could have helped too with that stuff, you know. Like Biden could have helped with the, you know, pricing on food and all that from going up and up and up. But yeah, it was going up, and it's still expensive now, but I've been noticing it's starting to drop a little bit. It's starting to drop, and eggs are actually starting to go down too. That one, though, was more, I think, because of the bird flu that was going around. It was going down because of the, you know, well, because we had a bird flu, so it was going up, and then now it's going back down, you know. That said, though, yeah, there's just a lot going on with that. But that said, too, about the whole, you know, it's a Donald Trump and, you know, people shit-talking him and people and all that. I'm just telling you guys that like, we would have probably dealt with the same shit under Kamala Harris, too. Like I said, I don't think it would have been as bad, you know, like, as fast, but it would have gotten worse, because like I said, the prices were just they kept going up and up, you know. Now, I'm all for a female president. I really want to see a female president, but I definitely would not want Kamala Harris as a president, especially after the shit she kind of said and all that, too, there. To be fair, though, Trump's not really much better with some of this stuff, but I was just like, well, the reason why I kind of voted for Trump, because I'm like, well, the last time we had him, you know, we had food, it was at reasonable prices and all that, and the economy was in a better spot, you know, besides COVID, pretty much, it's in a better spot. So I was just like, why not go ahead and, you know, vote for him again? I mean, I really didn't want Trump in office either. I didn't want either one in office. I really didn't want either, but we didn't really have a choice, honestly. And I didn't even want to vote at all. I did this because my dad, you know, was telling me if I didn't vote and all. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't probably have cared, but, you know, living in a house with you know, somebody who's obsessed with politics, I didn't want to, like, deal with listening to him, like, because I was thinking Kamala Harris was actually going to win, you know, but yeah, I was thinking she was going to win and all that, but she surprisingly did not win, but I voted for him just to kind of, that way I could have my own opinion, because for some stupid reason you can't have your own opinion for you can't have your own opinion for voting for Donald well, for presidents in general. But I'm like, wouldn't it be the same thing, like, if you voted for Trump? Like, wouldn't people say the same thing, you know? Like, you didn't vote for, well, you voted for Donald Trump, so you get what you want, what you wanted. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on there. I don't know. I'm just like, I just think, like I said, social media is just kind of getting destroyed by this stuff. And like I said, AI is not any better. And with them, like, going out and deleting your damn comments and stuff, I fucking hate that so damn much. I really do. I hate how bad the comments are getting deleted. It's really bad on YouTube. On Facebook, it's not as bad, but Facebook, it feels like it's just a bunch, it's not even real. Like, with YouTube, there's still a lot of real people on YouTube. Facebook just feels like a lot of it's just fake anymore. It's just fake. And all that, and like I told you guys, I tried to comment. Actually, did I talk about this? I've been kind of talking about all this, about Google getting sued and with a lawsuit and actually losing, and the social media and all. Did I talk about this? I don't know. If I did, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna repeat again. It's actually kind of late and all that, but I'm making this video so I can just get it out of the way. But yeah, so on Facebook, I talked about the whole AI stuff and all that, and how it's getting bad, and how they keep flooding my recommendations with fucking these Jesus mid posts and all that, which I still think is stupid. I'm still gonna keep saying it. It's fucking stupid and very weird. You know, it's like YouTube randomly deleting comments. It's just really weird. Like, something shitty is going, or fishy is going on with the companies and all that. I don't know why I keep saying, like, I'm like I said, I'm kind of tired right now, but I just wanted to get this video kind of done for you guys. But, yeah, I just think it's kind of weird how it's just randomly popping up and all that, and my recommendations. I even questioned it in one of the comments. They took my comment down. I mean, all I said was, like, why am I getting recommended all these? I was thinking somebody was gonna comment on it and say, like, if you don't like it, don't watch it or something like that, or say something stupid like that. But I'm like, when it's flooding your damn post, like, I want to see recommendations from shit that I actually care about. Like, again, no offense to people who are actually religion, but like, I just don't really believe in the whole Jesus rising from the dead and all that. Like, I believe more into the spiritual stuff. Like I told you guys, I'm more in the spiritual, natural stuff, like ghosts and all that, like the paranormal stuff. I believe in that kind of stuff. I don't believe in heaven or hell or Jesus. Well, I mean, I believe he was a real person, but I don't believe he had magical powers. Hell, if he could actually be brought back from the dead or come back from the dead, I would take that. Although I wouldn't want to have a fate like what people are saying happened to Jesus. I'd actually rather be brought back from the dead. Or come back from the dead. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, if I could do it, I literally would like to be brought back from the dead. I know that sounds like a very weird thing to say, but like, imagine all the info I can give people. Like, imagine if you could bring back, like, George Washington from the dead. You know, like, you could bring back him from the dead. Just imagine if you could do that. You could bring back George Washington from the dead and all that, and he could tell you about how it was in the 1700s and all that. That would be actually pretty cool. But that said, though, I don't know, like, it's kind of a weird thing to say and all that. But back to this, though, the whole posting and all, like, I mean, I questioned it and all that, and they took the comment down. Like I said, there's definitely some shady stuff going on with these companies. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but there's some shady stuff going on here, and like, they're taking away everything that made these platforms what they were and what their purpose was in the first place. You know, to gather people together, your friends, like when you leave school or something, they go to college or something, you know, like a lot of my friends end up doing, which I can't get a hold of them now because they either change their numbers and move to other, states, or they still have the same numbers, but they're very busy with college or their actual jobs. that's kind of what happened here, like with that stuff, But that's what Facebook and all that was for, to keep in touch with your friends. Now, like Facebook, YouTube, and all these platforms are basically just becoming very political and all that, and a lot of the accounts feel fake, and they're dividing people apart instead of getting them together. I just don't understand why they do that. Like, I don't understand why they did all this. Like, I mean, I guess they wanted to make more money, which, I mean, but I'm like, you kind of destroyed, what made you, like it doesn't feel like the same stuff anymore. It's like, I mean, and these companies have, a lot of these, even Google, for example, have not been around that long. A lot of these older companies, like McDonald's or other fast food places like Burger King, or popular places like Warner Brothers or Disney, like I was talking about earlier. A lot of these places, these studios have been around for decades, so people have been able to enjoy it a lot more. These platforms haven't been around super duper long, so people have not been able to enjoy the the excitement of them because of all this stuff. I'm not saying I like the other companies that I mentioned have been falling to the ground too, but at least people had several decades to actually enjoy the stuff before it actually happened. And I know it's kind of weird. I guess it's weird to point that out, but that's true. I mean, like I said, Google's not that old. They came out in the 90s. They're not that old. So seeing this kind of happen is kind of crazy. Well, it's kind of weird actually. They say I was looking at the Google logos. It says the 90s there, but I was looking at something and saw like if you go on Google Earth, I was talking about Google Maps. If you go on Google Earth, you notice how you can actually have the option to view maps and all that from the 1980s. I think it's 1984 or 1986. You can go back all the way there. So that tells me Google is probably older than that, but still, it is sad seeing, it going. And Facebook definitely ain't that old. Neither is YouTube. YouTube's definitely not that old. Like, YouTube just recently hit 25 years old, so it's not super duper old. So people couldn't enjoy the, the fun for a while before things got actually real bad on it because of how bad it got. But that said though, I'm like, yeah, Google Earth and all that, yeah, they won't even let you view the past there either and all that. Like, I actually meant to bring that up earlier when I was talking about Google Maps, but it's true. That's what Google Earth was for too, to view that kind of stuff too. So a lot of their apps don't work anymore, and that goes for other media too. Like, Facebook's having a buffering problem, so instead of fixing that shit, they rather put damn AI and stuff in there and and all that, and make things worse and make things better, and that's kind of why people are kind of just leaving the platform. Google is a little harder though, because they own a lot of stuff, and like I said, they have had a monopoly problem where people are kind of forced to use them a lot of times. But that said though, I don't know, I'm just again, I just hate how all this stuff's kind of going downhill and all that, I really do. But I'm hoping maybe social media will get a little bit better, or maybe people can build their own platforms or something, or platforms that are better, because there's people that can build more platforms. And we can have some competition with this stuff. Maybe it'll make them straighten their act up. I don't know, it's always worth a shot. But yeah, I just don't really like, again, what they've become and all, especially with with political stuff, AI and all that. It's gotten really bad too. And with with Google getting sued and all that, and actually losing a lawsuit, hopefully this means that maybe there will be more with these companies to make them straighten their act up, or force them to straighten their act up, so they don't have to experience any more lawsuits. I don't know, because like I said, the political crap's gotten bad. I haven't even talked about the fact that Trump and, Biden and all that. Like, I was watching this video, and I have reported it, but I don't know if it actually got reported. I just wanted to see if they would actually report it or not. This person's on here reading comments and actually agreeing with that if you vote for Donald Trump, you are not you're not allowed to be friends or in a relationship with somebody. And that is totally BS. Like I said, I have family members who vote for certain people or who have certain opinions. My mom despises Donald Trump. She literally despises him. I think she even quoted one time saying she like when he got shot and all that, which I think that's just taking that way too far. Like when he got shot in the ear, she was kind of upset that they missed. And I'm just like people like that. I'm glad you don't care about the fact that somebody got killed there. Like I told you guys, I don't like Donald Trump either, but I still don't think these people deserve to get killed either. So you're like rooting for somebody to get shot again and risk somebody else getting hurt or something. I'm like I despise Kamala Harris. I don't like what all the crap she said and all that. But I wouldn't want her killed either like that. That's just cruel. That's very cruel. Now, if we got like evil dictators, maybe, but even then, I'm like I say, Hitler, for example. Hitler actually deserved to die, but none of this stuff is that even that bad. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just ridiculous. But that's the thing, like I said, with them censoring comments and all that, a lot of people believe that again that Donald Trump is this horrible monster and all that, who has been a felon and all that, and by the way, like I said, I don't know if he's done some of these things or not. Like I said, it's hard to tell because again, the media only attacks one side, and they also shit talk the people who did vote for these people. So I'm like, why should I believe them? But that said, I'm not saying he didn't do some of this stuff. But what I'm saying is, how the whole thing goes of the boy who cried wolf. Have you ever heard of that story? The boy who cried wolf. You lie and all that, and people don't believe you, and then when something serious happens, then, you should feel stupid of yourself, but then you're, looking at, the person who lied to you and all that, and that's pretty much what they did. They lied, and all, they lied about Donald Trump and all that being in, lied about, again, Joe Biden's health, or would censor, comments like that. Like I said, I watched his speeches. I know he was not in good health. I know he was. I'm not making fun of him, but I do feel like he had Alzheimer's or something like that. I've had a relative who had Alzheimer's. You kind of forget where you're at, and your mind starts to go. It doesn't happen to everybody. Well, when you get older, your mind does go. Like, I had a grandma Rose. She was my great-grandma, but I called her Grandma Rose because it was easier than calling her great-grandma, so I just called her Grandma Rose. She passed away, when she had problems with that, but she was also, 95. She was 95, I think almost 96, I believe. Or was she already 96? I can't remember. She was definitely in her mid or late 90s. She was old, so it makes sense, but my other grandma was, in her late 70s, and she was having problems with that. I don't remember how old she was when she died, but she was not in good shape. And I've been to the hospital before. Heck, when I broke my arm, I had to sit in a hospital for 5 hours, which, by the way, sucked. It sucked, sitting in a hospital for 5 hours, waiting to get your elbow checked out. Well, I got it checked out, but I had to, wait in the waiting room. It was just so boring, just sitting in there. But there was somebody that was struggling with that kind of stuff, too, like dementia or something. And it's just not fun. That said, though, I do feel like he had something like that, because he was struggling at first, like when he first became president, but as time went on, it got worse and worse. And that stuff spreads fast. It does. It spreads really fast. So, yeah, the fact that he died because of that is just crazy. But I will say, though, the fact that they were threatening to impeach Trump or wanting to impeach Trump, I see people commenting on all the time. I'm like, you never said anything about impeaching Biden. And I'm not defending Trump, I have some issues with Trump. That said, though, I don't think I'd want him impeached, because I do feel like with him, I'd rather have him in office than Kamala Harris. If he's impeached, well, I guess they could probably have a re-election. I don't know how that would work. I think they would have a re-election, I think, is how that would work. I don't know. I've heard some presidents have been impeached, but I don't really know if they have a re-election or if the other president takes control. I don't know. The other person voting takes control. I think they would just have a re-election, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. We didn't really get taught that stuff in school and all that, so I don't really know. That said, though, yeah, they were definitely talking about that online, especially before he got elected. People were like, "This man needs to be impeached and all. He should have been impeached when he was in president the first time around or something." But I'm like, Joe Biden should have been impeached. The guy he was not there. He was falling asleep. Like I said, I know I keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but it's true. The evidence was right there in the face. But a lot of people didn't watch the debates and all that, or speeches, which I don't blame them. A lot of these are kind of just boring, but I don't even really watch, I didn't watch really a lot of presidents in the past than their speeches. There's the recordings of several presidents who've had speeches. I can't remember the first one we got to see a speech with, but they've been doing this forever. But that said, though, they're just kind of boring. You just kind of listen to, somebody talking for several hours. Not several hours, several minutes, Sometimes it could be up to an hour, like I said, those whole debates that were happening. But usually they're just like I said, they're just boring, or they're just shit talking each other. They're not really anything special, But that said, though, I've seen some of them, and yeah, I can definitely tell you that he was definitely not capable of being a president and functioning very well. He should have been definitely he should have been let go and all. They should have impeached him, just because he was not doing very well. But instead they could have made him retire and put Kamala Harris in charge. Then like I said, I don't like Kamala Harris. I think I actually hate her more than Trump. But like I keep saying that. But I still think putting her in charge instead of leaving a president in charge, that's not functioning well, that would have been a better option. And I know some people might not like me talking like this, but it's true. And that's kind of the problem with social media too and all that. Like I said, they shit talk each other and all that and say this stuff and that, but a lot of them just don't like pointing out some of the obvious stuff here and all that. And it's definitely worse on the left than the right side, but it's still not great on the right side either. Now, not saying there are people who are Democrats and Republicans that are really good, but it's definitely worse on the Democrat side. I've noticed a lot of people are censoring people's comments and all that. Like I said, they were censoring information. Yeah, I'm not talking very well right now either, but I'm also tired. I'm actually going to be going to bed after this video here, but I just wanted to make this in this video because I don't want to have to upload a separate video here, but I'm just, like I said, this whole censoring thing and all that has just been getting out of hand. It's still not great. Like I said, YouTube's censoring crap. It's only this is only part of it. There's still a lot of shit that YouTube's censoring that's just as bad. It's not as bad as probably political stuff. Political stuff is technically, you shouldn't be censoring anything, but censoring political stuff is definitely one of the big factors, and it's basically freedom of speech. And that said, though, censoring people was people I've noticed are not allowed to show certain stuff on YouTube anymore and all that. I've seen people being forced to do certain stuff. And I'm just this is kind of where we are at with YouTube, we can't have, certain stuff and all that anymore, and it's just kind of bad. I'd like to watch videos where people can show off scenes or say like the word hell or ass or something without having problems. Now I'm saying it on my channel, but I notice a lot of people are censoring it. But I'm just like, I'm at the point right now, if YouTube starts getting this stuff with me, I'm just gonna give them the middle finger and just start posting my stuff somewhere else. You know, I'm not dealing with this stuff. Like, I'm not, I want to go on YouTube to have fun, not to be, like, you know, dealing with this stuff. And then speaking of YouTube, before I do want to let this video go here pretty soon, but before I actually do, I want to talk about YouTube and Google in general, like the whole lawsuit thing, because I forgot to bring this up. So the lawsuit thing, because it got settled and Google lost the lawsuit, and if they get shrunk down, I'm like, is that going to affect us too? Because if YouTube's a big part of Google, you know, like, is that going to affect us? I don't really know. Like, I don't know exactly what Google will be, you know, getting. I mean, well, with YouTube though, YouTube is not really. I don't think YouTube's really an anti. Yeah, they're the biggest. They're on record of being the biggest streamer out there for people to watch. But I mean, heck, I watch YouTube more than I watch a lot of TV at times. That said, though, I'm like, if they end up shrinking them down, like, will a lot of people on YouTube lose their jobs or something? Will they be forced to shut it down or something? I mean, like I said, it's not affecting, you know, antitrust laws much with streaming, but I'm like, Google owns YouTube. And if Google, you know, like, I mean, I don't know what exactly they're going to be forced to do exactly. I haven't figured that out yet, but there's definitely something going on here, but I don't know. But I'm just kind of scared to think about what's going to happen here. But like I said, though, if things get bad, that's why I have my videos backed up too, because if things get bad, I'll just upload them somewhere else, which I don't want to do. I'd rather keep them on the platform, but if things get too bad, I may just have to start uploading the videos somewhere else. I don't know. I'd rather keep them on YouTube, but if YouTube's going to keep censoring stuff or copyright claiming videos, especially my stuff here, I don't want to upload it on YouTube, you know? Just get risk of you getting copyright claimed or getting restricted videos. I want to go somewhere where I can have fun with the stuff, you know? And right now, YouTube is probably the biggest competitor of them all, but there's some people coming out here and actually making competitive stuff. So YouTube and, you know, / Google probably better be watching out, because what's going to happen is people are going to, people are going to actually, you know, come out and do this. And that's the thing, that YouTube can come out and censor my stuff right now, like the crap I'm talking about in this video, they can come censor it. But remember, that didn't work too well before with President Trump. People are trying to censor comments there and all that. It didn't work too well there. And some of the crap people have been posting on YouTube that's been getting censored, they've been going to other platforms and posting it anyway, you know? The problem is a lot of those, you know, apps right now, the videos are a lot shorter. But the thing is, though, if they start making longer videos, YouTube's probably going to be screwed. And now Facebook, like I said, Facebook and you know, TikTok and all that are not known for being the best. TikTok, my biggest problem with TikTok is they take up a lot of space on your phone, and they also drain your battery pretty fast. That said, though, TikTok has been making longer videos and stuff too, but I had to delete it because it's taking up too much space on my phone. And I mean, I could get another phone, but I'm not doing that, especially all this crap that's been going on with AI. And the speech to texting is way worse on another phone. I'm like, I do not want another phone. I'm sticking with that one. I'm sticking with that one for sure. I wanted to get another one because this one's getting older, and I want to have a spare phone to repair in case something happens, you know. But that said, though, I will say, yeah, this stuff is definitely getting pretty bad and all that. And but like I said, if YouTube or Google gets too bad, people can start going to other platforms. But like I said, that's why Google has been trying so hard to keep people on their platform. The problem is now they got in trouble with the law with that. And I'm just curious what's going to happen down the road there. And my phone's almost dead too, so I'm going to have to definitely let this video go from here. I keep forgetting this phone, unlike the other one, I can actually hear when it's getting ready to turn off or get low in space. I think the other one I could probably adjust it to, I just don't know how to do it. But that said, though, I need to go ahead and let things go. This video is very long. It's actually hit an hour. But I just wanted to squeeze this one in general either. But yeah, I'm hoping social media will get better. Like I said, I don't care what people have their opinions on politics and all that, or religion and all that. I just want people to be respectful and all that, not like censor people's comments or something. Especially if people are not being rude. Just don't be doing that and all that, and like let people like have fun on the platforms instead of like doing this. And things can be a little bit better. Also, they need to remove the damn AI, which I doubt they're probably going to do that, but something needs to change here because these platforms are getting very bad. And what's going to happen is, I feel like if they don't change their acts, other people are probably going to come in and try to, like, you know, steal people's customers, and that's going to be a problem too. Because people can create their websites. People are going to start. I mean, there's more and more websites coming out here, so I don't know. But that said, though, I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here. See you all later. Bye.